if you are watching this recording or attending live, I'm going to go ahead and start with just a couple of housekeeping items. This is the Dubb Real Estate Coaching held every week, Wednesday at 11:30. And in these sessions, we either provide a lesson, which we're going to be doing today, and we also will have an opportunity for an open mic, where if you guys want to come and participate, you absolutely can do so. And then here, one moment, I'm going to bring Ruben up on stage. There you go. Ruben, you should be coming in as a panelist, and I'll make you a co-host. There you go. All right.
Hello, friends.
There we go. Yeah, we got you. Audio and everything's good.
Nice. I wanted to share a quick idea with you all. There is this Japanese philosophy called wabi-sabi, and wabi-sabi it's a celebration of imperfection. And it's really another interpretation is the wisdom of imperfection. I recently had a chance to go to the beautiful Huntington Gardens in Pasadena, California, where they had the celebration for the Japanese New Year. And there was a lot of great arts and crafts, and it was a very positive experience. And we learned more about the idea of wabi sabi. And I think what's so beautiful about celebrating imperfections is that it's what makes us who we are. It's what makes us humans. It's what makes us connectable. It's what makes us elicit empathy, compassion, curiosity, interest from other people. And I think that one of the most important things that we can realize as real estate agents, as business owners, as personal brands, as advocates, as human beings, is that our job is to create bridges so that other people can connect with us. But our new job has now become to truly differentiate ourselves. And in the world of low cost providers and artificial intelligence and competitors looking to eat our lunch, what better time than now is it to celebrate, to share, to showcase our humanity, knowing that we are imperfect, but our imperfection is wherein the connection lies. Thank you guys for being the best part about Dubb. We are here to work with you guys. We are here to serve you guys. Our success is your success. This logo right here means a lot. It means about moving forward. It means about the space between. It means about creating videos. It means about fire, air, and water. It means about technology. It means compassion. And I got to tell you guys, we're truly, truly grateful for you all. So look forward to a great coaching session. Questions, comments, put them in the chat below. We are lifting up our Instagram channel. So we encourage you guys to invite to connect with us on Instagram. Our handle is Dubb Team, so Dubbteam, and connect with us there. And we look forward to more collaborations, more success, more happiness. Thank you all.
Nice. Yeah, guys, we like to pay it forward here. So if you would like to check out our Instagram, you'll see some content and things like that that we are sharing. So feel free to check that out. We'll also do some, standard Instagram stuff, comment for comment, stuff like that. So come check us out. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to transition into the real estate specific things. So some of the things I want to show you guys, whether you're, again, watching this recording or you are going to be looking at this live right now, you should be aware of the couple of resources that we have available for you guys, because they're going to make your life so much easier. And here it is on the dashboard. So that's what this is. This is a Dubb dashboard. If you're not registered in Dubb and you're catching this on the live somewhere, come check it out. It's a free trial, no friction, no credit card even required. Come get in here and test this for yourself. The things I want you guys to be aware of: the live training every single day, the curriculum that's available, like what we're recording right now. This is going to be captured on these showcases, right? So all of our past sessions, you can see this one. It doesn't have all of them yet here. We'll be adding more to this. some very specific ones for real estate. I'll put this in the chat right now. So if you're here today with us live in Zoom, you'll get the access to this. And if you're watching from a recording or a live, come drop a comment and we can get this same training over to you. You can see it's going to cover all the best, most popular use cases, most successful use cases in real estate of using video, using Dubb. So how to use the mobile app, virtual house tours, CMAs, housing market news, collecting testimonials, and more. What we've also done and what we're doing in today's session is last time we did a wrap up at the end of last year about the top of the funnel, right? How do we create resources, assets, marketing material to power up our top of funnel so we can generate more new, better quality leads for free, right? Instead of just paying Zillow or whatever. So this is the first part of that. And what I realized is after delivering that first part of the training, I knew there was a second part of the training that absolutely also needed to be incorporated. So that's what we're doing today, guys. We're providing the part 2 for the top of funnel real estate coaching for 2026. And again, if you're wanting this recording afterwards, it'll be available. And if you'd like to come participate in the Zoom, and my Zoom folks, if you're there, drop something in the chat in the Q&A, and I promise I will answer it just after we get done with the presentation part of it here. So, all right. With that said, let's go ahead and switch now to the presentation. If you're part of the general sales coaching as well that we did yesterday, this will be somewhat familiar because we went over this presentation yesterday. But the reason I'm redoing it here today is because it's through the lens specifically for real estate. I mentioned this is Gamma, right? This is a tool that I introduced in part 1 of this exact training, how to produce top of funnel resources. In that part 1, I showed how to use this tool Gamma to create things like buyer's guides, seller's guides, your journey to, home ownership, your journey to credit repair, right? All these resources that would be usable and leverageable for you in real estate as the top of your funnel. The problem that I saw, though, I taught this lesson to several of all of our clients, right? And many of them went and implemented it, but I saw that there was a piece of the training that was kind of missing. And so what people had done is they generated these ebooks or guides or, first time buyer, reseller guide, or, the ultimate guide to increase your home property value in Tucson. So when I saw these, I saw that there was a piece of the training missing. So I wanted to provide a follow-up here. The first thing that I want to discuss, guys, your resources in AI need to sound like you. And if you have not properly configured one of your AI tools, whether that's Dubb, I'll show you how to do it within Dubb, or your favorite chat GPT or alternative, those things by default will not sound like you, right? The AI tools by default do not sound like you. They sound like a copywriter or something, right? With M dashes and long sort of sentences with a lot of descriptors and things like that. Most of us don't talk like that. And so if you're using it to write scripts for videos for the top of your funnel, you're going to find it really awkward and weird unless you've made it sound like you. So we're going to talk about what that looks like, regardless of what tool you're using. The second thing is all of this resource, ebook, video, doesn't matter what the top of funnel resource is. It needs to start with the hook. And I've seen too many people forget to include that hook. So I'll show how to emphasize that. The other thing is the call to action needs to be clear, needs to be direct, and it needs to tie into your funnel. When we're using AI, guys, to do a lot of the heavy lifting, we will see that it actually doesn't do the heavy lifting right? Maybe it didn't sound like us. Maybe it didn't include the right type of hook or include a hook at all. And finally, maybe it just made something up for the funnel. It said, hey, why don't you come get the strategy guide? And I'm not offering a strategy. This is the guide. And I want them to book from here, make a purchase from, to schedule a time with me from here. So this is what we're going to review in this session, guys, is how to complete your top of funnel resources with AI or without, right? Some of it's going to be some human, some of it's going to be with AI. We're going to try to make it as easy as possible to automate AI, generate as much of it as we can. But anyways, here it goes. These are the topics we're gonna cover today. How to turn that AI generated resource, ebook, maybe it's a video, whatever. We're gonna talk about how to turn it into something nice, into something really good, something effective that's actually gonna fill your top of funnel. So let's go. Slide number 2. The very first thing I recommend doing, and I've seen this many times with my clients that I've shown this strategy to, and we've been working closely. And if you want to do that, right, that's on the Pro Plus program. Come join, come work with me directly if you'd like some more one-on-one. But outside of that, I'm teaching you the lessons we're learning, and my clients and our clients are experiencing themselves. So they generated this ebook, this resource, this top of funnel content. And then when we were reviewing it, we noticed that the tone wasn't right. The messages just weren't right. People were saying, hey, I wouldn't actually say that. And this is what we were talking about in step one, making sure that the AI tool you decide to use to generate the content, those words, right? Not the videos yet, just the words, the scripts. You need to make sure that you do a tone check, a reality that it sounds like you. So, several ways to do this, right? One is you can actually add this into the prompt itself. Before finalizing it, review it as if a human reviewed it with my clarity, tone, and intent. In order for this prompt to work, though, you need to give it a significant amount of your own words. Maybe words that you spoke in a video, maybe words that you just typed without any sort of AI editing. The point of that is it's going to sound like you. It's going to have your tone, your intent, your way that you communicate. We're trying to capture that so that it doesn't sound robotic or weird or generic. So that's the idea is you can do this with a prompt, but you also need to include something that you actually said so that it understands your tone, your way that you speak, right? So this is what I'm advising is you're either revising it with your own eyeballs, right? You're actually going to go into step one, generate the slides. That's what we're talking back here, right? We're generating an ebook, a top of funnel PDF resource, something like that, something extremely valuable for as a lead magnet. But that lead magnet has to sound like you and have your offer, have your message and language and stuff. So that's what this first piece is about. We're using the AI to generate. This was in the previous training, guys. If you want the access to part one, that's in the showcase that I just shared. I'll put this in the chat in Zoom. And also, if you're watching this on live on Meta or something like that, drop in the comments. We'll come follow up and give you the same part one showcase guide so you can see part one here. Anyways, continuation, top of funnel resource. One, make it sound like you by either adding your own writing and saying, hey, make it sound like that. Rewrite this to sound like how I would explain it. But this requires you providing your own writing also into the prompt. So that's all we're doing right now. So we're polishing the prompt. That's step one, human revision. And if you're not actually, if you're like, hey, you know what, Darius, I really love my AI and I really hate reviewing things myself. Okay, give it something you wrote in the past and add these prompts to it. So it knows who, because if you just tell it, hey, review it and make it sound like me. If it doesn't know how you sound, it can't answer that. So another alternative to this, guys, Dubb provides this function, right? So here, I'm going to go over to Dubb really quick. 1 second here. Sorry, we got a couple windows open. Move Zoom over there and move Dubb over here. Boo. So when you're in Dubb, there's this section called your profile. And this is everything that it takes to write really good scripts in AI is set up right here. So from your dashboard, profile, pencil, and you can see it asks some standard basic questions to figure out who you are. What's your company? What's your profession? Who's your audience? What's your selling proposition? Your unique thing, right? Your definition of success. You answer this stuff one time and you can literally copy and paste it and put it into the prompt that we're talking about. And that will tell the AI exactly all the answer to these questions. The prompt needs to have this stuff if it's going to generate a top of funnel resource for you. If your AI tool, be it Dubb's profile or ChatGPT or whatever, if it doesn't know this stuff about you and it's not incorporating this into the exact question, the prompt that you're asking for, it's going to do a terrible job, right? It's not going to know this stuff and remember it on its own. So you've either set up a profile here, you're copying and pasting the profile into your prompt, or you've properly configured this type of information into your other favorite AI tool if it's not, auto built into the dashboard. This one's really easy because it's going to give you the button to turn it into a teleprompter script and stuff in one step. So I will advise you to do it here, but I'll also say, if you love ChatGPT or Grok or whatever, no problem. Just make sure you're adding this into the prompt. So that is this slide. That's what this one's all about. In the previous step, I said, hey, you want to make sure you include your profile, your information, right? That's what we said here. And in a way to do this in one step is to copy and paste your Dubb profile into your prompt. Done. Continue. The next thing, guys, I want to talk about the guide must connect with your message, your audience, and it has to start with a hook. Guys, even if it's an ebook, think about this, right? Best-selling books, they start with a chilling paragraph, an awesome intro, an amazing cover, right? Those are just standard books that we've been looking at for thousands of years. What about in this new media, right? What about online? The subject line, the thumbnail of your video, the first few seconds of your video, the opening line of your blog post, right? All those things are the same. It's the hook. You absolutely need a strong opening hook on any top of funnel content you're putting out there, because otherwise people will ignore it and they'll lose interest very quickly. There's so much competition. People's attention spans are divided very narrowly. So we need to have everything open with a really strong hook. And the hook means you understand who's watching. You understand who you're trying to attract because you understand your ideal customer profile. Buyers, sellers, veterans looking for waterfront property in snowbird territory. Right now we're getting there. Now we're niching. And so now I can write a hook for those people because I know what their problems are. If I'm speaking to everyone, anybody that wants to buy or sell real estate, it's much harder to do this. Point being of this slide is your top of funnel resource, be it a video, a guide, an ebook, a landing page, doesn't matter what it is, needs to start with an extremely powerful hook to capture their attention for the next 2 to 3 paragraphs, 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 3 sentences, whatever it is. We got to do this, guys, because everyone else is. Everyone else that's growing their business online or otherwise is learning these and doing these. So you have to. Otherwise, we're going to be very boring and uninteresting and be ignored. So have the hook. You can have this in AI, right? You can add this to the prompt. The guide must start with a clear hook. So that's all we're doing right now is we're polishing the prompt that's making our top of funnel resource, video script, PDF, ebook, etc. Needs a hook, guys, regardless of the content form. Next one. If you don't remember, if you take your profile, this is already done, right? If I took my Dubb profile, it already knows what my call to action is. It already knows what my definition of success. It already knows what I want them to do. If the AI doesn't know that, it's going to do something weird and stupid like this. Call to guide. It's going to have a button like that. Doesn't make any sense, right? It's going to make something up. It's going to do something random that's not what you want it to do. You, at the end of this top of funnel resource, want something specific to call you, book a time, visit a website, whatever that is. You need to make sure that your top of funnel resources, be it a video, an ebook, doesn't matter. They need to end with the CTA that connects to your funnel. Never let it decide how to end itself because it'll 90% of the time make a poor decision. Unless you've done everything I've said and you've set up your profile perfectly. And when you're going into the prompt, it already knows what you want to end with, which is always visit my website or book a time or get a free trial, whatever. Your guide is going to be call me, text me, or schedule, one of those. So make sure that your guides are ending with that direct next step. Needs to connect to the funnel. So here's what the prompt looks like, right? End with a clear, confident call to action of what to do next. And instead of what to do next, that's your thing, to call me, to book me, to visit my site, to search for properties, whatever. So this is really important because I've seen too many guys' results where the guide ended very weakly. The buyer's guide, strategy guide, seller's guide, home valuation guide, it all ended very weakly. So don't have it do that, right? Need a super specific, strong, irresistible. They should be say, hey, that sounds really good. A free thing, whatever. Okay, I'm in. Get them to take the action. So match the outcome, right? As a booking call. For you guys, it'll be those. It'll be text, phone call, email, or book a time. Maybe the last thing will be visit a website. You don't just want to dump people on your site. Typically, you want to have an intermediary conversation. So this is kind of the prompt structure, right? To get a perfect top of funnel resource, being it a PDF, an ebook, a video, a landing page, doesn't matter. You need to include your topic and your audience. That's automatically integrated from your profile on Dubb, or you're manually adding it. You need a human revision. You need to, after you hit this prompt done, you need to look at it and make sure it actually matches with what you're trying to say. All of these steps, guys, number 2, 1, 4, 5, 6, that's all part of number 3, right? If you fill out your Dubb profile, all those are included in one copy and paste into your prompt. So you can do it the easy way or the hard way. That's up to you. But the human revision, I would say, don't skip that step, especially not in the beginning, until you've determined that, hey, my AI is really trained on me, just like my Dubb profile. Then you can eventually maybe not look so closely at it. For now, if you're just producing your first top of funnel resources, you absolutely need to do a human pass on them. So, guys, that's it. This is part 2 of how to generate your top of funnel resources, videos, ebooks, guides, strategies to qualify, nurture, and enrich your leads, accelerating sales cycles, generating leads, right? Top of funnel can do all of that for us. And now you guys have the full picture of how to generate it with AI and Gamma, and it's so much easier than it was in the past. To create this type of ebook would have been hours and hours and hours of work, and now it's less than one for sure. That's it, guys. See you in the next